going, everybody? I hope you guys are having a good day. I am just on my way back from visiting my girlfriend up at her school. I'm on my way back down to my college. It's about a 3-hour drive, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, as you can see. I'm in my Nissan Xterra, and I thought now would be a good opportunity to have a little rant. And this rant is about how my insurance company totally fucked me over. I'm not gonna say who it was because I don't want them, seeing this by some chance and me getting more in trouble. But I'm just gonna say that, I wasn't in good hands. So anyway, it happened about a month ago, towards the end of January. Basically, what happened was, we're on the highway. I'm just going back to school, and I was in the right lane, about to catch up to some cars. I went in the left lane to, pass them up because the left lane's for passing. And when I was in the left lane, this one guy that was in the left lane, he was staying in the left lane, wasn't moving over. He just stayed there. He saw me coming up. He knew I was the faster car, but he didn't move out of the way. So I'm pulling up to him. I didn't tailgate him. I didn't run him off the road. I didn't do anything. I had to go in the right lane, which is technically dangerous for me to go in the right lane to pass. I had to go in the right lane, go around him, and as I was coming back over, he, for some reason, decided it'd be a good idea to speed up and hit me, from the rear, or hit me from behind, and that sounds kind of gay, but he hit me. Either way, he sped up and he hit me. So after he hits me, I'm like, what the fuck was that noise? He just hit me. My brother's in the passenger seat, totally lost his cool, flipping out, yelling, screaming. I couldn't think what was going on because I'm listening to my dumbass brother just screaming, his lungs out. So I was still in the left lane for maybe a block or two, and I'm like, shit, I think he hit me. So I went to the right lane. He stayed in the left lane. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, he just hit me. Why is he in the left lane still? Well, I'm in the right lane, slowing down, about to pull in the shoulder. He just speeds up in the right lane, tries to cut me off, and you can see him in the window just yelling. And there's an exit point up, so I'm just like, go to the exit, we're just gonna go to the exit. So we go to the exit, get off. Sorry, I have a cold. He gets out of his car. He's just immediately saying, all right, what's your insurance? Blah, blah, blah. This is, your fault. And I'm like, hold up, no. Like, you fucking hit me. This ain't my fault. I'm calling the cops. I'm putting a report on this. So I call the cops. While we're waiting there, he starts yelling some more. He's swearing, he's cussing, he's yelling at me, my brother. So now I'm getting on him. I'm like, don't yell at my brother. Don't be yelling at us for your dumbass mistake. He starts cussing at him. And since it was still cold out, we're like, I'm just gonna sit in my car because it's cold. I'm not dealing with you. I can't deal with this right now. So I'm trying to get in my car. He's still yelling, so now I just totally lost. I get up, I look at him, I'm like, dude, get the fuck back in your car. Stay there, don't come out. We're waiting for the police. Blah. I'm going off on this guy. And the last thing he does, he just flipped my brother off. He closed the door, and I'm like, fuck you. And so I get in my car, and then we wait. So the cop finally shows up, and we tell him the whole story. He reports, of course, it's my word against him now. I have no proof. There were no witnesses. He just writes it as, no fault between us because he can't figure it out. He's like, your insurance companies will figure it out. We'll just have to leave it up to them. The cop was really cool, though. He was a really chill guy. After the other guy left, my brother and I actually talked to the cop just for a couple minutes after because he was just really chill. So then the next week, that following Saturday, my insurance calls me to get my statement. I tell them the whole thing about how, it's illegal. Where I live, it's illegal to be in the left lane for more than a mile if you're not passing. So I made sure to tell them, I was like, yeah, when I moved over, I checked my blind spot, I checked my mirror, and I guess by the time I was done checking that, moving over, he had sped up and hit me on my left rear bumper. And I'm about to show you pictures right now. As you can see, no damage whatsoever to me. My taillight guard, I think, got most of it. I mean, and his black paint just kind of rubbed off. But other than that, nothing big happened. What I have noticed now, though, is my bumper is a little wobbly. I think a bolt or something got knocked out. I just gotta, bolt it back down. But other than that, no big damage. His car on his front right, his car got pretty fucked up. But anyway, I don't hear, after I get my statement, I'm told that his insurance is going to call me because my insurance is going to file a claim through them. So I was told they're going to call me to get my side of the story and just wait for that. Well, a month goes by. I hear nothing. Nothing happened. I just totally cut this car off. Oops. Okay. Nothing happened for about a month until a couple days ago, my mom just texted me just saying, "You're at fault." And I'm like, hold up, what are you talking about? And they're like, our insurance just called us and saying that says you're at fault for this. And so I called up my dad and I'm like, how can they do this? So I don't know if I'll point at me. How can they do this to me? Like, how is it my fault? So he's like, I don't know, just call them, try and complain, figure out how they did it, what happened. So the next day I called them, asking them, yo, like, why am I at fault for this? How did this happen? And they told me that basically at the end of the day, I was the vehicle turning into the lane. So that's why they're saying I'm at fault. So I go off on my, adjuster. I don't go off on her, but I explain to her, I'm like, listen, like, he hit me from behind. It's illegal to be in the left lane. Why should I be at fault for this? When I had to go around him to pass him, he wouldn't move over. And just in the end, there's damage on my rear vehicle. How can I be at fault for that? And she said, listen, I understand all your points, but since you are the one changing lanes, it's your fault. So then I go, fine, whatever. I was told I was supposed to hear from his insurance company what happened to that. And she said, well, their insurance is still investigating it, but I'll leave the message telling them to call you back. And I'm like, wait. His insurance is still investigating it, but you already said that I'm at fault. And I'm like, how? And then by that point, I was just pissed off and over it. I was like, okay, thank you. Just have them call me. So I'm waiting on a call from them, but I text my dad back and I was like, I texted him back saying, well, she told me this, blah, 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 this, and that our insurance is the one that said I'm already at fault. His insurance is still investigating it. And I'm like, how can I thought your insurance is supposed to like help you? And I'm so extremely aggravated and upset that my insurance, like I said, my insurance already said I'm at fault, yet the other guy's insurance is still investigating it. It's just unbelievable. I'm so pissed off. This is bullshit. There's no reason they can come up with that when the other insurance hasn't even came up with their own answer yet. So that was my little rant. I just want to get that off my chest. And if you guys liked it, hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos, hit subscribe. Man, it's windy as shit out. Fuck, my car's moving all over the place. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.